Hello everyone, this is Tracy Kelly again, and tonight's video is going to be about reimbursement. So let's get started. What is reimbursement? Healthcare providers are paid by insurance or government payers through a system of reimbursement. The amount that is billed is based on the service and the agreed upon amount that Medicare or your health insurer has contracted to pay for that particular service. So that's what reimbursement is all about. How are providers paid? Providers are paid by documenting the details necessary to receive payment. They assign medical billing codes, submitting the claim electronically, interpret the payer's response, prepare for the posting of those payment audits. So that's pretty much how they get paid. Documenting the details. Providers log into an electronic record during the patient's visit and notate the patient's history and reason for that visit. It is important to document every issue to support the assigned documentation to submit for payment. We always have a saying in billing that says, if it's not notated, it never happened. So the provider wants to make sure everything that the patient mentions to them about their particular visit for that day is documented so those codes can match the documentation. That's very, very important. Assigning codes. Providers and or certified coders utilize the patient's medical documentation to assign codes for that visit. The codes then translate narrative documentation into concise terms that payers use to understand what services physicians or other healthcare professionals perform and why. The codes are called ICD-10 diagnosis codes and CPT or HCPCS codes. That's the translation, those codes by itself. They speak volumes. Claims submitted electronically. After the codes have been assigned and the claim has been reviewed for accuracy, the claim is then submitted to the payer by mail or electronically. Claims are then submitted electronically or are released through the clearinghouse, which then reviews the claims for errors. A report is then generated to show the claim has been received, or rejected. Paper claims are mailed to the payer for processing, which takes longer, and then it also holds up payment. So it's just quicker to send those electronically. Sending the claims by paper just holds everything up. It takes longer, they receive them, but it takes longer for them to receive and adjudicate into their system. The payer's response. After a claim passes through the clearinghouse with no rejections, a payer reviews the claim and either adjudicates fully towards the allowable amount or rejects all or a portion of the claim. Payers communicate healthcare reimbursement rejections to providers using remits advice, also called EOBs or explanation of benefits. And pretty much those just explain what's going on the remittance. Whether there's a denial, it tells you the reason for that denial. And pretty much if there's a payment, it'll show you what's being paid. And it'll also show you adjustments. That's the contracted adjustment amount. The next step would be for the billing representative to review the reason for the denial and work to resolve that issue, which may consist of submitting medical documentation or have the codes reviewed and revised. Post-payment audits. Post-payment audits are requests from the payer after payment has been issued for additional information to ensure the claim was paid correctly. If documentation doesn't support the services billed, the provider will have to reissue the payment back to the payer within a time frame. In most cases, 30 days from that date of request or payment will be recouped or retracted. And this is another short video I wanted to cover tonight. And I just want to thank you so much for your time, and stay tuned for video 12, which will consist of medical billing careers. I wanted to also mention those careers that are available once you complete any training that you're currently taking that's part of the billing industry. So I just wanted to make sure I cover those, and just to share some information that I think is helpful. And again, thank you so much again. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. And thanks again. You have a great one.